Welcome to the DJD Show, coming to you live. On with the show. Well, today we'll be talking about Zoe Quinn, the toxic infected Deathbringer parody. And away we go. Toxic shock syndrome is a rare, life-threatening complication of certain types of bacterial infections. Toxic shock syndrome can affect anyone, including men, children, and postmenopausal women. Risk factors for toxic shock syndrome include skin wounds and surgery. Now, while we say this, oh boy, is this toxic. Oh yeah, indeed. The Zoe post. Yeah, here we go. And, well, Zoe Quinn is toxic. And we'll see why. I'm going back in time here for this. I dated Zoe Quinn. I thought she was the most amazing, kind-hearted person in the world. Turns out she was bullshitting pretty much everything I fell in love with her for, and is actually an unbelievable jerk. She lied to and manipulated me for months, effortlessly, because it was not believable that someone could be that selfish of a person, that convincing of a liar, and that good of a manipulator, while completely ignoring the very principles she so adamantly espoused. So I dumped her. Again, Aaron dumped her. Not the other way around, as Wikipedia and fabricated history has gone on to say, and Gamergate. But it is what it is. Here's some stuff she did/does in no particular order or tense, which you can verify using the chat log images in the footer of Act 1. Number 1. Spend quite a bit of time talking about how she would never ever cheat on anyone because that violates sexual consent, all the while cheating on me and boys at Timely with Consent Con with Shane Toy and who knows who else. It's going to be exciting. Yeah, sarcasm and then some parody and then some. So apparently she, with Nathan Grayson, okay, and Robin Arnott and Joshua Boggs, who is both her boss and married. Oh boy. And at least 2 other people whose names are censored and very probably more, oh my. But I won't go into that. Wait, I won't go into why I believe that. As opposed to informing Joshua's wife, primarily freak out about her own career if his wife goes public. Yeah, it's interesting kind of individuals that act like this, like Anita Sarkeesian, for example. Yeah, all the special fucking effects. I mean, she is just full of shit, as can be heard. I mean, it's when she walks around, she's just full of shit. It's like a walking pile of shit. That's what Anita Sarkeesian is, and so is Zoe Quinn. Again, everything that was stated earlier, you can definitely apply, copy-paste to Zoe fucking Quinn. Zoe Quinn is also a fucking liar, a fucking manipulator. Indeed. Yes, and selfish? Oh yeah, it sure fucking seems like it. Indeed, she is. These people are amazing. Amazing friends. Continuing. Do her goddamn hardest to make sure I didn't sleep with anyone but her while we were broken up. Inevitably succeed. Yeah, that's on you, dude. What the fuck? Sleep. Well, again, maybe she was, destroying whatever your public image. Maybe that was happening. I don't know why you couldn't get around her with this. Sleep with, go bang other people. Get away from her. That's what you should have done immediately. Sleep with a bunch of people while we were broken up, ignoring all the strong principled stances she used to convince me not to. Pretend we didn't need to use protection whenever we had sex while we were broken up or while we were together. Basically demand I ostracize a friend who was going through some seriously fucked up shit because that friend had sort of showed a tentative interest in me while we were broken up. On her own end, though, apparently had no problem choosing to work for Joshua Boggs after cheating on me with him, which I feel requires a bit more than a tentative interest. Or after finding out about his wife. Spend an hour arguing that she would never lie in a relationship while she was lying about all of the things in our relationship. Stop at pretty much no length to prevent me from finding out the truth. If I had to lose 10 pounds to bouts of panics, attacks, spent questioning my own sanity for a sleepless week of being ostracized so she could spend that time cheating on me. Well, that's unfortunate for me, but the important thing was that I not be around to make things awkward between her and the flavor of the week. Well, that's pretty goddamn soy on your part, dude. It just seems that way. Like, don't giving a shit about human beings like that. Totally make two people up to divert suspicion from the fact that she was fucking Nathan. Seriously, she just made up. She made two people up. She made two people up on fucking Blue. Who does that? This probably doesn't deserve its own list item, but like, they claim that there were two additional people crashing with her was one of the things that made me think I couldn't possibly have been right to worry during the panic attack week, because who the hell would just fabricate people? She would! Zoe Quinn fucking would do that! Anita Sarkeesian would do that. And why? Because they're fucking lying bitches. They're fucking liars. They're fucking manipulators. They destroy people. And we get into in a second. Alright, going back down. Alright, back at it. This is rough, to say the least. Ladies and gentlemen. Woo, parody. God dang, making fun of this interesting individual. Later, go on to ostracize Nathan for a week simply so she could fuck some other guys. Wow. Have unprotected sex with me like 12 freaking hours after cheating on me with her boss. Oh my. Someone's getting some false lightning in the butt, I'll tell you that. But oh my god, that's terrible. Karma's a bitch, ya fuckers. Express remorse really damn well, really damn often, and only about the specific thing she has been caught doing. That is, express no remorse about any of the very related things she hasn't been caught doing yet. Whoo! Lie! And this is, lie in literally the same breath she is expressing remorse about having lied. Which isn't to say her remorse is fake. That's your opinion. I think she's fake as fuck. I can't know if it is or isn't. It sure looks and sounds real enough. Again, she could act, it seems. Might have been a porn star? I don't allegedly, other fun stuff. It's on the internet. You can go find that out. Now, porn star, God, that's an insult to porn star. She did some porn. She failed at that. Like she fails at everything in life, in a way. And karma's a bitch. Again, you lie like a let us know tomorrow. I mean, sure, you got your money and your fame, but is it worth it at the end of the day when this is attached to you? And for the people with a fucking brain, they realize, no, Zoe's the fucking bad guy. Anita Sarkeesian is the fucking bad guy. And oh boy, with recent events, yeah, real history is proving, it seems, that Zoe's not a nice person. Yep, that's alert. Oh no, we'll get to it in a second. Oh no, there's incoming whale possibly. We'll get there in a second. Express remorse really, yeah, I already said that part. Lie, yep, already said that part. Nope, didn't say that right. Lie literally the same breath. Yeah, okay. Yep, the looks part. It's just to say that her remorse doesn't actually mean anything in terms of future intent. She'll promise never to do something again in a fit of despair and regret, and then do that thing like an hour later. Yes, there's people that exist that do that. That's fucking real. That's unfucking believable, but that's fucking real. Lie a fucking lot. Like, holy shit. How much more can one person possibly lie? At one point, she actually lies about a lie, about a lie, about a lie. a bunch of other fucked up things, which I'm not even going to bother researching the legal ramifications of telling you about. After making a grand show of remorse and expressing a desire to make all of this up to me, go on to ostracize me because doing the right thing and making it up to me isn't worth the risk that I might go public with any additional admissions if we have to talk things out online. And, oh, here we go. Be really fucking good at pretending to be worth looking up to. Wait, I believe, yes, Refamous looks up to Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian. Oh, whaling alert, blue whaling alert. Oh, it went off a little early. I'm sure it was detected by the alarms. Like, oh no, blue whale in the area, run for your lives. We're going to talk about it soon. Oh boy, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron over here. Oh, speaking of which, how did Nate take it? Zoe Quinn, haven't told him yet. Gonna wait till after Gamerks, so I don't have to deal with drama during the conference. We have hardly talked at all, and everything feels super weird. So I'm just minimizing the chance of him causing a scene while I'm working a con, and avoiding him meeting with that person is going well. It's going real well, at least. So she likes her current fuck toy. All right. No, toys in another universe, and another castle. And I was mentioning with Shane and doing the consent con. All right, continue. Weebwars Anime Gate. Oh boy, I hope Zoe Quinn never comes to this land. Fucking hell. We don't need that disaster of a human being. Or her little bitch bang buddy. No, we don't need Anita. We got enough with fucking Refamous. God dang. I'm trying to figure out why it's okay for you to deal. I'm trying to figure out why it's okay for you to do that with Nathan, but not okay for me to have waited until the next time I saw whatever to tell her we were getting back together. And also why it was okay to have him get you. Okay, and also why it was okay to have you. I can't read. I'm blind as a bat. And also why it was okay to have him get you from the airport and stay at his place for a while without him knowing. Okay, so hey, come on, you're a dumb fuck, dude. God dang, this is classic. As is stated, the dude's a cuck. He definitely saw it. I mean, all that. Oh boy, all that. Hey, cuck, if you say it enough times, certain people will fuck off because it really bothers them, that statement. I could tell him now if you want. I just know he is covering my event and prone to hysterics, and I was trying to avoid a public meltdown. And to be fair, I firmly shot him down in You mean L.A.? Okay, cool. In L.A., I'm sure she meant L.A. there. And have been keeping my distance hardcore. But if you want, say the word and I will tell him right now. Aaron says, I don't really consider doing laundry at his place. Oh my word, get the fuck out. No, he didn't. Get the fuck out. All right. I don't really consider doing laundry at his place and having him get you from the airport, keeping your distance hardcore. It just felt kind of unfair. Or whatever. Someone's a cuck. I don't know. It's a cuck fest. But it's fine. You should wait if you think that's best. We spoke maybe 4 sentences during that time. Whatever she says there. But yeah, I will tell him. I was just worried about the journalist thing. The journalist thing. Yeah, gaming journalist. Yeah. Very intriguing. Meaning, couldn't fuck up your professional life. Whatever she blurs out there, or they blur out. Interesting. At the end, as you keep going, I'm sure there's more information, but that's enough for now. You get a hint of how kind of person she is. And there you can see clearly where every word's at. You can Google it. It's the Zoe post at WordPress. Indeed. God dang. Unfucking believable. All right, continuing back to the future. Yes, why? Exclusive. Zoe Quinn's allegations are falling apart. Yes, she's back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. And by the way, Gamergate died. It was gone. So a few idiots trying to say whatever bullshit they're saying. Gamergate was over. So game over. But I don't know what they're going to call the current thing with Zoe Quinn and whatever else happens. We'll see. Stay tuned. Note, Zoe Quinn's full statement on Alec Holowka appears at the bottom of this article. On August 28, 2019, game developer and activist Zoe Quinn, activist, fucking, alright, let it go. I'm fucking pissed at that being even stated. Alright, fuck it. Game developer and activist Zoe Quinn, Malcolm X is a fucking activist. Oh my word. Malcolm X is an activist, alright. Martin Luther King. God dang, fucking Zoe Quinn. Alright, whatever, fuck it. Game developer and activist Zoe Quinn issued a multi-post Twitter statement detailing abuse allegedly suffering at the hands of former partner and fellow indie developer Alec Holowka. On August 29th, the Night in the Woods development team cut ties with Holowka. Oh, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Over this fucking cunt. Are you fucking me? Oh, all the words are coming out. She's a piece of shit, and so is Anita. These people are garbage. Again, parody. I'm just joking with you. Little jokes. Woo! I gotta stay in character, though. Okay, let's get back at it, shan't we? Indeed. When it comes to the showdown, little force lightning at that fucking evil bitch. All right. On August 29th, all right. Unbelievable, you piles of shit, that fucking development team. Again, karma, oh boy, I hope it exists, because some bitch, these people. And within 48 hours, he had committed suicide. The same day as Holowka's suicide, Zoe Quinn's Twitter account was deleted, returning shortly thereafter under a protected lock which enabled only a few select people to access the tweets. A source with access to Quinn's locked Twitter account has provided the post-millennial with important history which sheds light on the developer's time with the now deceased Alec Holowka. While in Quinn's August 28th public statement, Quinn did not specify when the alleged abuses took place. Unfucking believable. It was stated it was while living in Winnipeg at Holowka's apartment. A cursory scan of their Twitter reveals Quinn was preparing to leave for Winnipeg at the end of the March 2012 for an unspecified period of time and had arrived at the end of March or beginning of April 2012. While those tweets appear to have been deleted and were inaccessible even by the post-millennial source, they had already been screen captured and archived in a YouTube video prior to the deletion of Quinn's Twitter account. Oh boy! Oh my. Oh my. Someone's in trouble. In August 28, 2000, well, we'll see. It's up to the California Attorney General, prosecutor's office, whatever you want to call them, those fun people in California, to decide whether or not they want to prosecute this woman for what allegedly she may have done or may not have done. Who knows? I, unfortunately, believe that she probably will not be prosecuted for this because it's kind of tough. They didn't. I mean, with other people, it's difficult, right? Proof, you need that. So even though you think she's guilty of something, even though she admits to doing it, the proof they need to say that caused that directly, or whatever is needed to do it, is difficult in this situation. So that's why don't Minecraft yourself. That's terrible. In an August 28th statement, Quinn claims to have been physically confined to Holowka's unit as well as isolated from the outside world. Tweets reveal a different story. Oh, wait a second. Was she full of shit yet again? The shit I mentioned earlier? So that might have been bullshit on her part? Wait, was Gamergate just bullshit? From her team, at least. Her and Anita saw that was maybe all lies. And the Gamergate situation yet again here. But again, it's going to be painted a certain way. She's going to be the winner because unfortunately the media has picked her as always going to win in these situations. Unless she blatantly fucking kills somebody or does something truly terrible where she's convicted, they are not going to fucking pick her side. I mean, against her. Whatever the fuck that. I'm that pissed off. They're not going to pick against her is what I'm saying. God dang it. All right, control yourself. It does piss me off That she's been getting away with this shit for this long. That she's still causing hell to break loose. Her and fucking Anita. This is constant shit. But hopefully, this time, some kind of justice happens. You know, maybe the prosecutors have the balls to go after this bitch. Right? I don't know. Karma, finally. You know, they go, hey, we're arresting you, bitch. At least that, right? It'd be nice to see at least her ass arrested for this shit. I don't think it's going to happen. That's not realistic. Unfortunately. Unless she really goddamn blatantly fucking... You find evidence or she says the specific fucking words. Then it could be interesting. If you find that shit, goddamn. Then it could be interesting. Alright, continuing. To Holowka's unit, as well as isolated from the outside world. Tweets reveal a different story, with Quinn tweeting regularly throughout the time period in Winnipeg with Holowka, sometimes dozens of times per day, communicating with many others, and describing Quinn's time in the city. Oh my, and documenting many excursions. Okay, if she's having such a bad time, it doesn't add up. Oh, and here you go. Oh, it's amazing little tweets. Whoever, I tend to expect weird things too. Ha! Went to get fabric for making plushies today, and someone crashed a car into the front door of the store. Oh my god. Now, yeah, that part I had to just parody and make it. I'm just joking. So, not entirely what I was expecting. Bees! Because spelling her last name proved difficult, and I admire that in a punchline of a pop star. I think I'm done with working on It's Not Okay Cupid for the night. Little inside jokes. There's some Easter eggs. That one. Tomorrow making a bunch of secret plushies. Ooh, naughty. It's a comedy dating game about online dating. So I ended up acting in the second act of a musical randomly today and managed to memorize my lines somehow. Interesting day. Oh my god, she's a brilliant person. She's a genius. Look at that. Look at her ability to bullshit. I mean, memorize lines. Yeah, life is hard. Haha, thanks, glad you liked it. Oh, they love the smiley faces. Just wondering, cause, let me do it right. Just wondering, cause I'm due back in Toronto for a bit after the 4th, and thought it'd be funny if we just missed each other's visits. And, okay, working on It's Not Okay Cupid, a coffee place that's playing Isley Brothers and Isaac Hayes, totally in the mood to write romance. Oh my god. In a coffee place. She loves them coffee places. Okay, there's more of this shit, whatever. That's enough for that goddamn article. Alrighty then. On to the next one. Oh, we're doing a few. It's gonna be a little bit of time. This nightmare's almost over. Zoe Quinn. God dang it, don't you... What the fuck? Go away. What the shit... Okay, refresh. God dang pop-ups. Fucking goddamn pop-ups. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know I'll check it out later. God dang, I don't want to redo this. Some bitch. Alright, continuing. Zoe Quinn to write DC Comics Batman and Superman spin-off, The Infected Deathbringer. Yeah! Bring it back around. That's why the title. DC Comics announced that Zoe Quinn will team up with artist Tyler Kirkham to write a Batman and Superman spin-off titled The Infected Deathbringer #1. Fuck! Quinn's story will focus on Donna Troy as she becomes infected by the Batman who laughs, toxin, and turns her into the worst version of herself. Are you sure it's not fucking Zoe's toxin? Because that bitch is toxic. As you can see with everything the fuck I said. It seems, allegedly, all that parody stuff. DC Comics describes the story, a story of a hero who's done with bringing peace to a world that cannot be trusted. With it, a woman whose newly awakened dark side is ready to burn it all down and forge a new destiny. I bet she's overpowered. I'm gonna guess she's a Mary Sue. And I wouldn't be shocked if she just bitch slaps Batman and Superman. Along with Quinn and Kirkman's The Infected Deathbringer 1, and they talk about other shit I don't care about. Alright, cool. Unfucking believable. And speaking of the disease herself, okay, yes, that is why I talked about toxic shock syndrome and all that. It's not a disease. It's a rare life-threatening complication of certain types of bacterial infection. So yeah, maybe she's a combination of she's infecting something, right? Combination of bacteria. She's basically a bacteria. I mean, she just keeps spreading and coming back out of fucking nowhere because they just can't get rid of that. It seems. Yeah, gotta use the right stuff to. Oh, shit. God dang, maybe jail time for her ass. Maybe this time she fucked up so bad that because she kept all the goddamn evidence of. Again, I don't know if that's enough to convict. So I'm sure people like Rekieta, Law, and other people can weigh in on whether or not she can be convicted for pushing someone or telling someone directly, to do that. I don't think so. I believe it's going to be difficult. Believing a jury's going to do that? Now, let's just say the right person, right? Someone that the media has painted a certain way. And it's done a certain way, and we live in these times. Maybe that person wouldn't be convicted, but her, oh no, she's a media darling. At least certain media, not all the media, but certain media seems to push the buttons. She is untouchable. So she's going to literally have to physically kill someone. She's going to literally have to do something illegal. Physically or actually have all the evidence, die hard, multiple witnesses, then maybe she goes where she belongs. Because she just doesn't stop. She won't stop doing what she does. DC got now, get it again. Oh no, it's back. God dang it. They're going to call it whatever they're going to call it, but it is what it is. DC Comics writer Zoe Quinn responds to reports of inconsistencies in accusations against Alec Holowka. Claims findings are gross, misogynistic, fake pie nonsense. PI nonsense? Fake PI? Oh, fake PI nonsense. Private investigator nonsense. Okay, that's what it is. I'm a dingbat too. I mean, I screw up sometimes. I'm not doing this shit again. I can't. I'll be doing more about it. Maybe I'll do a better version another time. But for right now, I want to get it in because I need to get this in because it keeps just more new shit. Like example, this right here from a couple of days ago. So while it's fresh, I gotta talk about it. And I'm trying to contain myself because I can't fucking believe I'm talking about this pile of shit again. I can't believe Anita Sarkeesian. This is what they fucking do. This is what, and then I bet you're gonna see it. They're gonna have a fucking book. Zoe's gonna sell a fucking book. Anita Sarkeesian is gonna sell a book off this shit. So basically, they sacrificed a fucking person to, this is the quartering kind of saying this. They sacrificed fucking Alec, right? Like if it's some fucking video game, so she could power up, so she could make that money on the DC Comics or wherever the fuck else. Right? Parody. This is pure bullshit. Speculation. All that exciting stuff. So you basically kill this guy, so you can get all the evil power you need to then pull off, basically like a sacrifice, evil bitch as she is, so she can get that big money. So let's see what part of hell you go to for this one, bitch. Should be intriguing. Woo, hopefully one of the worst circles of hell. Yeah. It seems like she deserves to be there. Zoe Quinn has returned from her self-imposed social media exile, issuing a statement in which she denies any responsibility for Holowka's suicide and refuses to address the recently uncovered evidence which directly contradicts her initial accusations against Holowka. You can't say the first name, you fucking assholes, the way you write these articles. On September 12th, Quinn reverted her Twitter account from private to public status and responded to the recent public backlash against her by posting a tweet containing 4 screenshots of text she had written in the Notes app of her iPhone archive link. Reactivated, but not really back. This is the one and only thing I have to say publicly about the last few weeks. Love and healing to those affected. Piss and pus for opportunistic creeps. CW, whatever, suicide abuse, and the things. Zoe. Bi. Oh, she's bi now, Fieri. Oh, wow, that's special. Special. Despite publicly accusing Hawk of egregious sexual and emotional abuse and subjecting him to the unforgiving court of interest opinion. Oh, I'm blind as a bat. Court of internet opinion. Quinn begins by denying any culpability for Holowka's suicide, drawing attention on the topic of suicide in her recent struggles. Oh, she's a victim as usual, yet the fuck again, and claiming, even though she's the one who destroyed a man, but okay, and claiming to have nothing but love and sympathies for anyone else hurt in the wake of all this. Yes, you caused it, bitch! You pile of garbage! No one coming forward about abuse they've had. No one coming forward about abuse they've faced and telling their story is responsible for the abuser's suicide. Just as no one who chooses not to come forward is responsible for the abuser's further victims. Suicide is an awful thing, full stop. I know this intimately, as I have struggled against it since I was a teenager, and I have been put on watch since the events and have been leaning on my support system heavily. I have nothing but love and sympathies for anyone else hurt in the wake of all this. Yes, but you keep doing this shit, you evil bitch! So bullshit! You don't give a fuck about anyone but yourself, you pile of shit! Quinn proceeds to claim she is saddened by recent events, flippantly addresses her accusations against Holowka as whatever drove Alec to hurt himself. It was you, bitch! It was literally fucking you! And proclaimed that publicly coming forward with her accusations was her only option remaining. I'm saddened for how much harm and hurt so many of us were going through in silence for whatever drove Alec to hurt himself and others. I'm sad that 8 years of quietly trying to move around this out of fear and to minimize damage and harm he'd caused only resulted in more harm to himself and others, and my only option remaining was to speak up about my experiences because I knew I could withstand the backlash from people who already are determined to hate me. I'm sad that whatever Alec needed to heal, before and after the truth started coming out, he couldn't obtain. I legitimately lack the words for how horrible all this is. Burn in hell, you evil lying bitch. Again, with other things we've seen in the course of this fucking video, you can kind of get an idea the kind of fucking human being she is. It's sad. It's sad that she exists. It's sad that she was born into this fucking world. It's bad enough we got dang Anita Sarkeesian too. But it is what it is. And yeah, in my opinion, it's a parody. There's detestable human beings out there. They've existed over the course of time. And it's pretty much a go, don't be this fucking thing. Do not be this. Please, don't be this fucking thing. Be a nice person. Be a good person. But please do not be this fucking thing. Continuing, give me a second. Woo! Some bitch. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I just needed a second. Alright. This is rough. Rather than address the narrative contradicting tweets and private messages reported by Anna Slars at the Post-Millennial, Quinn instead states that she refuses to dignify any of the gross misogynistic fake PI, private investigator is my guess, nonsense of strangers. Oh my god, strangers. Yes, you mean reporters, right, shithead? Claiming that the Post-Millennial and the outlets that subsequently covered the story. So anyone that fucking says she's full of shit is lying. Anyone that covers a story that isn't going with the way she's saying it is full of shit. Even if they have evidence, right? Alrighty. Just good to know, you bitch. such as bounding into comics and any other else that subsequently cover the story, such as bounding into comics and niche gamer, were lower than ambulance chasers and tabloids. And that the truth isn't really what they're looking for in the first place. No, the fuck it really is. Like it fucking really is. I have other things to fucking deal with, but I might give a little bit of time to find what the fuck you're trying to hide, you evil bitch. And if I find it, I give it to the appropriate people. You know, the journalist, etc. And if they think it's a good idea to give it to police, and might prove that you caused this. If again, I don't know if you can convict for this. I don't know if you can go to jail for this. That's the thing. It's. I should. Yeah. Yeah, a lawyer, exactly. That's maybe that person. Maybe Rekieta will cover this at some point. I'm not going to dignify any of the gross misogyny. Okay, that shit I already said. Okay, Quinn then states. Yeah, I'm not repeating. I already said that. Yeah. No, that's a different animal. Okay, yeah, going back over it. Whoo, doggy. I'm not going to dignify any of the gross misogynistic fake PI nonsense of the strangers trying to scrutinize how imperfect a victim I was for cheap clicks and YouTube subs. They're lower than ambulance chasers, and addressing tabloids is a waste of time because truth isn't really what they're looking for in the first place. Quinn then states that her story has been corroborated repeatedly and decries anyone using this to bully anyone else into staying silent about abuse, and refocuses the recent tragedies solely around her personal feelings, stating that the accusations were not about proving anything about him. It was about no longer keeping a secret that had been making me periodically suicidal inside. Periodically suicidal inside. Really, that. So you're saying. You're saying what you said there. It was about no longer keeping a secret that had been making me periodically suicidal inside, and claiming that she doesn't think I'm ever going to be the same. My story has been corroborated repeatedly by everyone, including the family, my friends who were there. Including the family? My friends who were there? Really? What about those tweets, bitch? His co-workers, his roommates, and multiple other survivors. But this was not about proving anything about him. It was about no longer keeping a secret that had been making me periodically suicidal inside. Anything using this to bully anyone else into staying silent about abuse is a monster. Anyone going against the family's wishes to use their tragedy to harass people they've predetermined to hate is a monster. I don't have words for how fucking disgusting it is to go through what I went through, feel unfairly responsible for every new victim in 8 years in silence while being afraid of anyone finding out about what happened to me out of shame and fear of ostracism. Facing the backlash for speaking up, and then also facing the backlash for what happened next. All in the same week. That finding out one of the other men I trusted most had sexually abused another woman and cutting him out of my life. My heart is with anyone else being hit by this tide. I don't think I'm ever going to be the same. Zoe. Zoe. Always the victim. Now she's going to make money off it. Just you watch. She's going to do it. And there's not a fucking thing you can do about it. Your Times bestseller yet again. Yeah. She's got it. Just needed what happened to happen. And it is disgusting and revolting that, the tweets, right? And that DC is okay with this, it seems. Well, we'll see in the future, right? DC is okay with having this garbage. This human fucking pile of trash working with DC. Doing a fucking comic book for DC. And of all the fucking comic books, one related to Batman and fucking Superman. That is disgusting, to say the least. Considering what they represent versus what this piece of shit represents. It is unfucking believable. It's unfathomable to me that this has been this is going to happen. We live definitely in a clown world, honk honk world, and a very fucked up world. The multiple image response. Okay, the multiple image response ends with Quinn stating that she has reactivated her Twitter account to promote my. Look at that. Look at that. To promote my work because that's a part of my job, but will not be monitoring most aspects of this account for some time. So she basically off the death of a fucking human being and everything, all the other hell that broke loose upon it. You're going to monetize that shit to sell your fucking comic book. And in fact, because the buzz or whatever you want to call it is there, the journalists are talking about you, so you're going to. It just seems that way, right? It just seems that way. Facing a mountain of lingering questions and the aforementioned unaddressed contradictory evidence, Quinn then attempts to completely distance herself from the situation. Yeah! That's what she should have done from the first place. Never talked about it so the guy would still be alive, you lying piece of shit! Stating that she is horrified by every element of the situation and never wants to speak of it again. Of course not, but maybe in a court of law you'll be forced to do when they arrest your ass for causing the death of this man. Again, we can hope for that to happen. That's not going to, because we live in America and the laws are the laws the way they are, and you really gotta prove it. Right? The prosecutors, because there'll be a laughing stock. Plus, again, and especially California. So basically, if you live in California, do not fuck Zoe Quinn. You might get killed. Right? If you're sensitive, or whatever the fuck happened here, you might die. So don't fuck her. Actually, you might die from the diseases in her, because again, the toxic, infected Deathbringer Parody. I mean, that goddamn vagina, obviously, I mean, shit, it's got some fucking issues. That's some diseased fucking cave you don't want to go into. I don't know if you'll make it out. It might be the fucking wailing caverns. All the goddamn puns. All the, it's got a lot of toxins in there. Woo, doggy. Oh, the horror indeed. God dang. Facing a mountain of lingering questions and the aforementioned unaddressed contradiction, Quinn then attempts to. Yeah, I already read that part. Not to speak of it again. And never wants to speak of it again, while dishonestly painting her critics and those asking for answers and accountability is attempting to discourage survivors from speaking up. I deactivated to try to minimize the sickos who would try to mine my feed for more reasons to cause more pain. I will be posting again to promote my work. Wait a second. This is in the same fucking... Oh, right. Look what she says. Now, I don't give a fuck what side of the fence you're on this shit. Look at the fuck what she says there. Within the same fucking... Okay. I deactivated to try to minimize the sickos who would try to mine my feed for more reasons to cause more pain. I will be posting again to promote my work because that's a part of my job I can no longer put off. And I owe it to my collaborators to show up for at least that much. Under advisement from my support network and mental health professionals, I will not be monitoring most aspects of this account for some time. I'm horrified by every element of this situation, and I never want to speak of it again. But I refuse to be sorry for naming a broken stair, and I refuse to be made an example of to discourage survivors from speaking up. You lying, evil fucking monster! Unfucking believable. Just unfucking believable. Again, karma, hopefully, will eventually handle this shit. Since returning, Quinn has used her Twitter account to promote her upcoming comic book. work on DC's The Infected Deathbringer, IDW's The Addams Family, The Bodies issue, and Marvel's Fearless, as well as pictures of her dog. Quinn has made no mention of the Patreon account she has not updated in over a year, or her failed Kickstarter project, kickstarted in the butt, a Chuck Tingle digital venture which raised $85,000 in crowdfunding, but has not yet been released despite a promised 2017 release date, and has not seen an update to backers in over a year. So as you can see at the very end, that final, very interesting paragraph, she's a liar, she's a thief, she's a manipulator, she's a bitch. I mean, she's amazing, and like I said, stay the fuck away from her ass. She's dangerous, and she's fucking evil, and she is most definitely a fucking monster. Yeah. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you tolerated this. Hopefully, I mean, if you somehow enjoyed this, I don't know how, because this was rough. And yes, I'll be covering this if there's any updates on the situation. Highly unlikely she's going to be arrested for this. So, California. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it. Highly doubt it. So, have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Like and subscribe. Retweet this video. And Zoe Quinn, the toxic, infected Deathbringer. She definitely fucking is. Oh, the lag. Oh, god dang it. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good day.